Viewers, our Earth is full of strange mysteries. From the Bermuda Triangle to the underwater river, there are many mysterious places on this Earth which even big scientists are sitting with their heads together just to understand. Today you will learn about such mysterious places whose existence is really a mystery, so let's start. In the very center of the magnificent Karakum Desert of Turkmenistan, where it is already raining so much, there is a pit 100 feet deep in the ground where there is fire for 24 hours. This pit is known as Darwaza Gast Crater, which is spread to 17,500 square feet. Whether it is rain or storm, this fire has been burning like this for the past 50 years. But the question is, who lit this fire here? In 1971, a Soviet geologist was working here as a driller when suddenly the ground below him slipped and this pit was formed, but he started to smell a strange smell from here. When the research was done, it was found that natural methane gas is coming out of this pit. Because methane gas is dangerous, a lot of effort was made to stop this gas from coming out of the ground, but all attempts were unsuccessful. Finally, to save the environment, this gas was set on fire that day, and today, this fire is still burning non-stop like this. Looking at this strange mountain, it feels like there is an island in the middle of the clouds, not water. This mountain is known as Mount Roraima, whose height is 2,810 meters. Compared to other mountains, Mount Roraima's top is completely flat, and the waterfall here is called the second highest waterfall in the world. According to a team from National Geographic, this mountain is more than 2 billion years old and no human has been able to go here for the past millions of years. That is, this mountain was completely cut off from the world in 1884. Sir Everard climbed this mountain for the first time, and only then did the world know that this highest mountain is completely flat from above. But this was surprising for the researchers when they saw that every kind of life is found on this mountain. The researchers have also found species of animals and plants that they had seen for the first time. 53% of the species present on Mount Roraima have been seen on this strange mountain. Number 5. NASA's satellite published a picture of the Indian Ocean in which some objects were seen in the water that were connecting India and Sri Lanka. Locals believe that this bridge was built by the Hindu god Rama and is also known as the Magic Bridge. It is believed that the stones from which the Hindu god Rama built this bridge were stones floating on water, and many such stones are still found in this area. A large part of this 48 kilometers long bridge has now gone into the water. When the scientists investigated, they found that the stone used to build the bridge on which it is placed is a sandbar. They have also found a lot of evidence that this sandbar is completely natural, but the stones placed on it were definitely brought from somewhere else. When radiocarbon dating was done to find out the age of the sandbar and those stones, the experts were also shocked to know what they found. Yes, they found out that these stones are 7,000 years old, while the age of the sandbar below them is only 4,000 years. So how did these stones come here? This is a big mystery for science. Number 4. Have you ever seen a mountain moving or changing its place? Is this possible? In Tanzania, in the Ngorongoro Conservation Area, this is such a strange mountain that changes its place every year up to 66 feet. That is, the place where it is present now, next year it will move 20 meters ahead or behind from here, and that too completely naturally. Surprisingly, if you take some sand from this mountain and keep it in your house, it will still move like this. And this was witnessed by the former president of Tanzania, Jakaya Kikwete, in his press conference. Scientists did many experiments to find out the reason for the mysterious mountain's movement and found that this sandhill is at least 300,000 years old, and it has been changing its position like this since then. Experts believe that this sandhill is ash coming out of volcanoes, and that's why it works like a magnet. Even if a little sand is thrown in the air, it sticks to each other instead of spreading in the air. But the real answer to why this sandhill changes its place is still being searched. Number 3. We all know that there is 29% land on this earth and 71% water. If you look at the world map, the seas of the whole world seem to be connected. It feels like we have given them different names while they are all connected. But if you pass through the Atlantic Ocean and the Pacific Ocean, you will see an amazing view in the middle of the sea. There is no wall or boundary at this point of the sea, but still the waters of both seas do not mix with each other. But why? What is the secret in these two waters that they do not mix with each other despite the waves of the sea? In fact, The waters of these two seas flow from different places, and that is why the quality of the water of these two seas is different and their salt level is also different. You must have also read in school that the water that has more salt is heavier than normal water. The same thing happens in both these seas. In addition to salt, their chemical composition is also different, and this is the reason why these two seas do not mix with each other without any boundary. Number 2, Indonesia has an island known as Flores. There are 3 unique lakes in the Green Mountains of this island. Although these 3 lakes are made together, the colors of these 3 lakes are completely different. One is black, the other is turquoise, and the third is blue. But the amazing thing about this is not just their different colors. The surprising thing is that these 3 lakes keep changing their colors. Yes, sometimes they change their colors 6 times a year, sometimes only once a year. But in history, the color of these 3 lakes has never been seen as one. The place where these lakes are present is famous as Kalimutan National Park, and the park officials say that there are active volcanoes under these 3 lakes, due to which these lakes are subject to chemical reactions. The gases that come out of the volcanoes are probably the ones that mix with the water of these lakes and cause chemical reactions, and their color changes. But why the colors of these 3 lakes have never been the same is still a mystery. Number 1, India's Manipur state has a freshwater lake 287 square kilometers known as Loktak. There is only one floating national park in the world, and it is present in this Loktak lake, which we call Cable Lamjau National Park. There are thousands of small floating islands in this lake, many of which are naturally ring-shaped. There are many populations in these islands, and a small school is also open on one island. These islands are such pieces of biomass that float on water all the time. The interesting thing is that the people living here also feel themselves moving all the time in this floating island. There is a type of deer called songai. Songai were extinct from the whole world, but later it was found that their generation is still present on this floating island. Friends, if you liked the video, don't forget to like it. To watch more such interesting videos, subscribe to this channel and also press the bell icon so that you get all the notifications of the latest updates of this channel. Take good care of yourself.